trying out Rakdos Midrange today after it was doing well at some of the SCG satellite tournaments this weekend. I'm gonna have to mulligan this hand, I think. Can't keep a one-lander. This looks, I guess, a bit better. Two lands instead of one. So I guess we'll just start with the Fable Passage, probably grab a Swamp, and then hope to find some action. Opponent starting with an island, but without a companion. So I'm already thinking Teamer or the Is It Tempo deck that's been running around these days. Well, it does seem to be Is It, and it does seem like we aren't getting any plays, which is a bit unfortunate. This is a tough one. So they have 3 mana up. They can probably kill Rankle if I were to play it. They might have more trouble dealing with Liliana because a lot of these things that they would have probably don't hit Planeswalkers. Yeah, I'm okay with starting with Liliana. Because next turn, if we draw another land, we can Rankle and hold up Bloodchief's Thirst, potentially, if we draw a Swamp. But, okay, they just have a Disruption, so... Evidently, whatever I played was getting countered. Whether I liked it or not. So, next turn... Oh, they actually are Teamer, it would seem. Okay, now they raise a creature on the board. See if they kill it. Fire Prophecy, yep. And put away a card. We do have Ox of Agonis. I mean, this hand is kind of terrible right now. So if I draw a land, I might just have to Ox. Let's see if they run anything out, any mana ramp. Like the 1/1 tap creature. Okay, this is actually okay. We have that Village Rites. It's been kind of just sitting in my hand, so we'll Croxa here, Village Rites it, get some value. Okay, I'm not sure how much value I got there. Claim and Meyer don't seem that great against them. They're probably setting up for an ultimatum. They're just, what, 1 blue source off? Okay, but there is the Goldspan Dragon. You can get some treasure regardless. You get some more ramp going. They only have 2 cards left in their hand. It's a shame I can't get Croxa back and play this claim on it to get rid of their hand. Make sure they have nothing to do. Yes, I mean, I think I should just kill the dragon. They're gonna get a treasure. But, yeah, what can you do? Play a land. Next turn, if we're lucky, we can get Croxa back and play Mire Triton. That would also Stonewall. Okay, well, yeah, they had a Genesis Ultimatum. That's what I was afraid of. That is what I was afraid of. Kind of need to just kill that, right? Because that's just gonna like kill me with the Beanstalks coming into play. And we get another black source, play out Mire Triton. Dragon. That dragon's really good. I can now play Giant off of the doubled treasure. There it is. It's looking grim, I think. It's looking grim. One of those 4 cards are still on 20 life. Yeah, I don't know. You also have the Shark Typhoon in place. When all their ultimatums are going to make huge sharks. Any planeswalkers they play are going to make huge sharks. This is looking bad. I think we'll just go next. See what I can even do here with sideboarding. This to me doesn't feel like a good matchup. This opposing deck is looking to go long, looking to go big. And I don't know if we can stop them from doing that. They just have to hit one ultimatum, and they just get a huge surge of value. It's a tough one. We can take out Shredded Sails probably. Claims weren't good there. So we can try to take some Duresses to hit their ultimatums. We can take some Shades to be more resilient, having our stuff removed. Rowan War could be potentially good, stealing their giants or their dragons. That's another thing too. Shredded Sail does destroy. Excuse me, does destroy that dragon. So it's tough. Should we take out the Rankles and leave in the Shredded Sails? We'll take out a Rankle. Try keeping, probably too slow, but I see that 2-drop. Crow is speaking to me, is telling his story. Saga, if you will. So the Croxet, I think, is nice as well. Let's see if we draw into a Village Rites. That could be a nice T3 play. As it stands, I'm probably just going to be running out Croxet anyway. Actually, Wolf Strider is interesting as well. So I think what we want to do first is go to combat. Attack for 2. Okay. And my opponent probably has some kind of removal up. Could be a Bone Crusher Giant or Fire Prophecy. I guess we'll just run out Croxa. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they have this big stop here and that they're considering killing my stuff, I just like I don't want to run a Rogue Strider into that. Don't let them get good value out of their mana. Okay. So it might have been the Fire Prophecy. Well, they still have something else they can do. Okay, another Fire Prophecy. Wow. That's 4 cards in the graveyard. You have the 5th in Fable Passage. Opponent cultivates. Okay. Timeric calls the dead. Now that is interesting. That will enable me to go Cruxa next turn. Get rid of the Crone War. And we'll play a Fable Passage and pass the turn. Okay, they stomp. So they also had that. They had a lot of removal this game. The removal spells. Crack now. Or the Fable Passage. Get another red source. To mill some more cards. What do we want to get rid of? I guess Triton. Play a swamp. We'll just get Croxa on the board here. And prioritize exiling lands, so any future Timeric Calls the Dead aren't wasted. Yes, they pitch a land. They're on 5 lands now. They attack. We're not going to block. Okay, yep. So they're trying to get me with the stomp. They play out a Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher Giants. I'll just take it now because that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to get like shocked. Granted, I don't know what my opponent's running. I'd be surprised if they had a shock, but still, you don't want to run into one if you can play around it. And if you're going to do it anyway. They had another Bone Crusher. Wow. Okay. I'll play a land. Pass the turn. Don't want to use Pledge Use Thirst on Kroxa. Probably a losing play if I had to guess. Okay, so this is theoretically just lethal unless my opponent has an answer. I'm gonna take 2 damage, but like I said, they have to have an answer. Okay, and they don't. So we take game 2. They had a lot of removal that time. I wonder if they've sided out some of their top end. Curious. So I think with seeing all the removal that they have, those fire prophecies, I think maybe just putting another Ox could be worthwhile. I wonder about the Heartless Axe too. I haven't gotten a good chance to use Valky yet, which is a bit of a shame. Yes, we keep it. Probably should mulligan more aggressively. But I'm still learning the hands that are acceptable and those that are not. Going for the duress here, getting a sense of what they have. Okay. So they've kind of got nothing, for being honest here. We're going to get rid of the Cultivate. That's interesting. I do have to be mindful of the disruptions that they have. I want to play around those. We'll give them a good old stomp. Another Castle Lochthwain. I mean, I think we'd have to just play Bone Crusher Giant here. Try to pave the way for Predator. Yep. Put back something. Probably a disruption. Immerstrom plus Kroxa is interesting. But I don't know. I don't think it's worth stalling a turn. I think you want to just run it out. Could have another Fire Prophecy. Okay, well, they do. Crocs is going to be nice too because their hand's getting small. We're a few cards away from recurring it. They're cracking a Fable Passage main phase, so see what they have in store for us. 5 mana, 6 mana. Terror of the Peaks, okay. I mean, they're down to 2 cards in their hand. I think we should take the attack the hand route. One is a land, okay. Play Fable Passage. Yeah, I think actually just running out Bone Crusher here is a good play. Because if they kill it, I can then get back Crocs the next turn. Okay, but they have a Cultivate. I guess if they hold on to this land, they can... oh, okay, they don't care, evidently. I guess they're leaving Bone Crusher alone. Any kind of milling here for myself would be great. And I guess with that in mind, we will increase the odds of getting a non-land by pulling one of our lands from the deck. Another Croxa. Okay, let's run that out. Okay, let's see what my opponent had left. Okay, just another land. Okay, so we go to combat, hit them for... Get Croxa back with Exacties. So we have now an empty graveyard. But we do have Croxa coming onto the board. They can't pitch anything, so they have to take 3. So they have like a 1-turn window to find a bomb, as in like an ultimatum. That's what oftentimes I find it comes down to in this deck, and they don't have it. We steal a game with Rakdos Midrange. Okay, this looks like an acceptable hand. Wouldn't say great, but we have a 2-drop. We have lands. We're gonna get somewhere this time. Facing down Kittybug, no companion. Start with the Rari Ruins. It could be more Teamer Ramp. Teamer Go Big. And now too, I wonder if it's worth running out Valky just to disrupt them. Okay, they run a snow-covered island. That is interesting. Go to combat here. Hit my opponent for 2. So this could be mono blue snow we're facing down. Do I care if Timrat calls the deck gets countered? I think I prefer if it didn't. At the same time, Valky can just kind of win the game on its own, so I don't really want to necessarily run it out so aggressively. Okay, they had negate. Okay, it looks like tempo it is. Is it tempo? And the answer, of course, is it is tempo. Run out another Mire Triton. They have village rights to kind of nullify any removal that they would have. I hit an Emberstrom Predator. Could have been good in this matchup. A little unfortunate. But my opponent runs out a Brazy Bee 3/1 flyer. Alright, they have Faceless Haven. They hit me for 3 in the air. Sure. Croxa, but we can't cast it. Send 4 at my opponent. I don't know, it could be worth running out Valky now to stop a gold spend dragon. Make them have to invest removal in killing Valky. It does Essence Scatter me, sure. Okay, so they hit me for 3. They opt not to animate Faceless Haven, so they're still just, I don't know what they're doing, but you're gonna swing 4 at them. Okay. They make a shark. I think that's fine. Play mountain. Full control. Let's have an Essence Scatter. We have enough to bring it back. We just need some red mana to pay the escape cost. I have to discard a card. That is also nice. They pitch a land. I'll pass the turn here. So we do find a second red source. It is unfortunately a slow red source, a tapped red source. So we can't actually escape Croxa next turn guaranteed, but I see what I'm doing nevertheless. Um, I'll just kill Goldspan. Opponent gets treasure, but evidently they don't have anything to do with it. Play Temple of Malice, see what my draw is going to be. Crow and War. Could be worth playing. So next turn, what they could do, they're gonna hit me for 3 in the air regardless. I'm gonna go to 8. If they have another Goldspan Dragon, they would swing 5 at me, or 4 from the dragon, 3 from the other flyer, so that'd be 7, and then 4 with the Haven because they could animate it. Could they? I guess these treasure aren't snow, so they probably couldn't. I guess we'll attack. Okay, they just animate Faceless, hit me for 7. Another Faceless Haven. I guess we'll escape Croxa first, because if they counter it, I'm not going to want to attack. Otherwise, I would die to these Havens. Plus, we have to attack their hand a bit. Okay, they do have a counter spell. I'll run out another Mire Triton. I guess we'll hold back just in case they have a removal spell. Oh, they have a dragon? Or 2 removal spells now? Shatter Skull, okay. That will do it. Okay. I'm bringing some Heartless Axe for the dragons. We can take out Rankle in favor of some Shades. Take out some claims as well. Okay, mulligan the first one because it 6 lands and 1 creature isn't that great. I guess we can send back Claim, start with Triumph. Okay, we can go Mire Triton, try to find some of our escape cards. No such luck. One has a 1-mana spell, Frostbite. We don't like my Triton, I guess. Okay, here I'll just Temple of Malice. Not play anything into their open mana. Not like I have really anything to play at the moment. Next turn I'll probably run out Liliana. That ball rolling, start pitching cards. Okay, opponent stomps me. I guess we'll hold my spells here and just play Liliana and -3. They foretell something. They're eyeing Liliana. Okay, they stomp her. We can't kick the shade, but we can play it. Ox is kind of nice to help refill the hand. They have Bone Crusher Giant. They land. I'll just kill it now. Or try to anyway. See if they have a counter spell. Disruption, sure. I'm trying to think what this foretell card could be. I don't know, Demon Bolt? Not sure what other foretell cards this deck plays. I guess we'll cycle it. I'm gonna play Ox next turn. Timber Calls the Dead is interesting. See if it resolves. Playing around Disruption at least. When it beholds the multiverse. We'll be digging for a counterspell. They keep one on top, one on bottom. They're gonna counter now. Run out Brazen Borrower. Okay. Stomp my Ox. Hit me for a ton now, wow. So opponent cycles for 2, makes a 2/2 Shark. They are going to hit me for 5 in the air. I'm going to go to 2 at the very least. They have another Stomp, I'm just dead. Okay, they have a dragon. It is over.